Welcome to another Mercury retrograde special presentation. Mixed messages, bad communication, and we have Bible quotes in the chat. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Thank you for calling me out right off the bat. I just feel fantastic. You just did that.
Sorry, I wasn't listening to you at all.
Perfect. There you go. Pisces retrograde. Excellent.
And you pulled a card a second ago, right?
Yeah, I did, and it sort of implied it's not going to be the easiest show. 10 of Wands is the card I pulled for this show. It's going to be a struggle. If we can just get 10 people to come on the show and share their chart with us.
Well, really quickly, let me just post this there. And yeah, so I was just setting up F chat. So if you guys are familiar and you guys remember, the way things work around here is that we use F chat because it's the uncensored ephemeral chat network that our friends have made for us. We've actually interviewed several important people from the F chat, including Sith Lord. And Tawny's always like kind of peripherally in the area, you know, like I think she's a very supportive girl, but I don't think she's keen to have the world know her chart. Maybe I think that's her secret. So we're just hoping eventually we can read her chart or use AI to predict it or something.
Well, what we were going to do eventually, if they want to come on, is read the chart for F chat. We'll actually look at the birth chart for F chat, which I'm imagining she would want to do.
That was the spoiler. See, this is the goal. So yeah,
we've mentioned it before. This is long-term storytelling. We've mentioned it before.
I don't know if she got how cool this would be, but yeah, figure out the moment that F chat either was, I think, came up, right? Was the first time it was logged in would probably be the thing.
Because it's a communication network, you want the first message sent publicly.
Okay.
The first.
Yeah. So we don't need to know what the message was. But
well, we would want to, yeah.
You don't need to, but it'd be nice. But all you have to know is like what day the message was sent, what moment, like what was the register for the first F chat tweet or message sent, and then we can use that as a birth chart for F chat. So that would be pretty cool. I would be for that. Yeah, F chat. You guys see it right there. EF chat at Xirtus. The link is now in the comments. It's fchat.net/@Xirtus. You know, it's pretty easy. So just jump in there and then send your chart, and then we can like read your chart. And yeah, in the meantime, we're just gonna have to be, you know, having an uphill struggle with each other. So what have you been up to this week, my friend?
What have I been up to? Oh, I'm reading the Earthsea Chronicles. That's what I've been doing.
Really? Oh, you know, I think my friend Adam loves that. What's the deal with it? Yeah, tell us about the Earthsea.
Well, Ursula K. Le Guin. So I wrote a big article about Philip K. Dick's natal chart and his astrology, which you can get at Facing North Astro at blogspot.com. That's a deep dive, man, of his visions and his life. And so I'm in the Rune Suit book club. Like Gordon White's been doing like every month a book that represents each sign of the zodiac, and he's a big Ursula K. Le Guin fan. So we read 3 Ursula books within this book club. But anyways, it was funny because the first Ursula I read was right at the end of the exegesis at the end of Philip K. Dick's life. He's just like he's like obsessed with Ursula. It tells him he's gone crazy, and she's like openly just saying, no, you've gone crazy. So she becomes, and she's just like, because it's Philip K. Dick, he's like trying to like set up like thesis, antithesis, and like, well, I can't truly, she thinks I'm crazy, so that's an important data point, but I can't be crazy because this and this and this happened. And so he's like, I don't know, but she becomes kind of like a foil for him in his own head. So it's funny that I first read Ursula K. Le Guin coming off her being a villain almost. It was kind of interesting.
All right, so it's like SeaWorld though, like it's like a marine world, like with mermaids and whatever.
Yeah, it's like it's a world where magic is real. I think it's actually the Earth. It's meant to be the Earth, either far in the past or far in the future. But I haven't finished the book yet because like the moon and the sun and the seasons all work exactly as they do on Earth. So she didn't like make some fantasy like 2 suns or something. But yeah, no, it's just like the magic is the true language of the dragons back when men and dragons were one.
Dude, dragons are such sluts. Oh my god. All right, just really quickly. Tawny says here, can you post a link to the YouTube? So I did. So just so you know, right now, if you're watching F chat, if you go to the F chat, you can watch this stream live embedded in the F chat, which means you can avoid commercials. So that's a great way to enjoy F chat. I would say I would enjoy YouTube through it, right?
It's also uncensored, so there's a lot of nudity and stuff on the F chat stream that you're not going to see on YouTube.
There's a lot of white power, a lot of black power, a lot of like flower power. There's a lot of different kinds of power going around there. And by flower power, there's like flower power, like from the East and the West Coast, like hippies. But I also meant when I said it, Pillsbury Doughboy. That's what I was visualizing. Flower power.
Hey Tawny, do you have the date and time of the first message sent on F chat? If you're typing and involved right now.
So I think one of the things she's going to be doing, F chat doesn't allow porn. I was kind of kidding. Listen, or you were rather, but there's other things there.
What I'm hiding is so beautiful; it does not count as porn. It's not dirty.
Right. Yeah,
it's wonderful. Okay,
I can write weird stories about dragons on F chat, like racially charged stories about dragons, and no one can stop me. But okay, so the point is, if you go to the F chat, you can also click on this link here, and this is the AstroSeek, which is a friend of Noah's. I was gonna say ours, but I haven't really met this person yet. But I'll endeavor to do so I can say that they're my friend.
Very good, yeah.
AstroSeek is a reliable and non-invasive website that will let you do your natal chart, and so you can actually put in your data. And here's the thing: here's the kicker, lady. Here's the kicker. Love you too. All you got to do is if you go to the AstroSeek program and you put in your chart, then you can actually screenshot the chart itself without any of your deets. And then no one even knows how old you are or where you live, and just working from your chart, right? So that's the thing I was going to suggest to you. If you're trying to, keep yourself on the DL and not get doxxed, but you still want your chart read, you can literally just send the picture of the generated chart, just screenshot it. You don't need to actually send any of the deets. So you can that's why it's so nice to have the birth chart calculator, because you can put in your information right there. Ooh, server overload. Oh no.
What the heck?
Is that real? Yeah, bro. Your AI bots are overloading the server and making it inaccessible. Why is everyone blame AI bots? It's so racist. You know what I mean? Hey, Synchro here.
Aha. Hello. Listen, Bjorn is not a synchro. He's lying to you.
Bjorn's a great name, by the way.
Listen.
You could have put Bjorn, and I would have assumed you were a synchro. Like,
you might
or a hipster.
You might think he works with synchronicity, but Bjorn is the synchronicity. This man lives and breathes the very nature, the binding energy of the universe. He's just out there like there's energy tendrils coming out of his head, just connecting things. That everything he sees is all connected. Oh my God, his mind is constantly blown.
So he's like Vitruvian Bjorn.
From it. I have to run away from it. It's too much.
I've got his chart. Give me a second. I gotta pop it up.
I'm visualizing the Vitruvian Bjorn right now, and I think it's something like connecting everything. All right. So wait, you're gonna find the chart. So I'll just remove my screen share so you can pop it up there.
He literally needs to avoid psychedelics, or else we would all become Bjorn. He would actually like the center of the galaxy would just become one, become a singularity.
Bjorn's one of the few names. Like, there's a few names out there where, like, 'cause usually I like my name a lot, but I think like if I had a different name, like, what's a name that I'd be okay with? And I mean, I like Bjorn a lot more than Muhammad. I think Bjorn's it's a great name,
Do you have a German background, Andreas?
A little bit, but I'm actually Croatian. But the Nazis were in Paraguay, and I think my mom in the Peace Corps named me after an Andreas there. I think that's the reason. Oh. Yeah. But all right, here's your chart, which is great because it seems like it has a very directional, like you're headed straight for that point. You know what I mean? But okay, let's hear Noah with his professionality.
With the purpose. Yeah, actually, a cool thing is your Leo ascending, and that's almost the same ascendant that we started this show on. Where I am, anyways, it's was right at 15 degrees Leo when we started, maybe 16 because we were like a couple minutes late. That's kind of interesting. You're aligning with the show. This is Bjorn's show here. This is his Leo sun. So the power of Bjorn, right? He's Leo rising, which Leo rising is cool because that means that you get to be your sun in your chart. So your creative heart is also what you project out into the world. So Leo risings get to be themselves more purely than any other rising sign, right? It's less complicated. And he's got like an exalted sun. This exalted
What
sun.
does it mean, exalted sun?
Well,
Yeah,
that's
good
the sun
question.
in Aries.
Is that like, okay? So it's not like a rich kid that he raises that he's just over like he's spoiled, not a spoiled son, but an
Well,
exalted
the
son.
funny thing is that's kind of what exaltation means. It's like a
Right.
planet in its exaltation doesn't rule that sign, but it's like it is like a spoiled prince who goes to another domain, and like the other kings have to give them the best of everything. They get the best of everything in the other domain, but they don't rule it.
Right. And so wait, is this, you went from Germany to Canada? Is that kind of the exaltation process or what?
No, he's not in Canada. We
No,
wouldn't
I
accept
live-
someone this crazy in Canada. Are you kidding me?
Where do
I
you
lived
live?
in Hungary for 30 years, but
Oh,
now
really?
I'm, yeah,
You look, the Magyars. That's pretty interesting.
yes. But now I'm back since 4 years.
In Germany or where?
In Germany, yeah.
Yeah.
Right
Where
now
in Germany do you live?
Total to the south and the Austrian border, and I work in Austria also.
Oh yeah, Grusko.
Yeah.
That's cool. I was just in Vienna like last week, and I was in Switzerland. I was
Oh,
in
no
Dresden. I live in Germany quite often, between Germany and
So
Austria
that's the
too.
German thing I was feeling, yeah.
Yeah, all right, there it is. Okay.
Wait, where were you saying Austria?
Me
Or
and him
Austria.
both. He's by the Austrian border, he said.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought you were
Cairo.
saying Austria, which would relate. Like, I'm just writing an article. This is like one of the best albums you'll ever hear.
There are no kangaroos in Austria. I mean, there probably are a few kangaroos in Austria, but that's because the refugee program they have there is really diverse.
Sorry, I thought we were already off to like a crazy sync start, but anyways, it's just me reading the weeds in the wrong way. So what I was trying to say is, so you've got the sun in Aries, right? Which is like bold, actionable. You were born during the day, that gives the sun more power. The sun's above the horizon, and it's just past midheaven where you were. Like the midheaven is the triangle at the top of the chart there, towards the end of Aries. So your work in the world is ruled by Mars, but Mars is not having a good time in Taurus. Mars doesn't like Taurus. Taurus wants to be relaxed and chill, and it's with Saturn no less. So there's like this power to your identity, but your ability to make it real in the world and make what you feel you should be doing is severely restricted and restrained.
It's a hard fight, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, you can be a background actor in Dune, but you can't be Muad'Dib. Even though Aries sun, you should be Muad'Dib. And it hurts too, because your sun is right on Chiron too, right? So you've got that that pain, man, that deep pain of like not being able to share yourself with the world fully, And I remember when I was like researching solar return charts. I'm not going to put you on blast. I'll let you speak to it if you want, but you were one of the guys. I was on the Secret Sun sort of like private Facebook group, and I was like, anyone tell me the craziest thing, like tell me the year that the craziest thing in your life happened, and I'll try to figure out what it is from the chart. And you were one of the ones that like I got bang on, and it was a little spooky. I don't know if you want to share that story or not.
You mean when we had this session, the private session, and
No, not a private reading. We had done it. I had looked at your solar return chart. It was like you gave me a year at the end of like your teenagehood, like when you were 19 or something. Like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
If you care to share that story, sure. I won't put you on blast though. But
I mean, I was a late starter, so I fell in love with a girl who lived 1,000 kilometers away in the Danish border in the north. And when time to go to the military, I said I want to go there. I said, yeah, you can go there. And when I went there, moved there, I found out she was cheating me. But I couldn't believe my intuition or what I really saw, not intuition. I saw them kissing in front of me, but still wouldn't see that because there was a white light in front of me, because I didn't allow myself to see it, I guess.
Can't trust the Danes.
So the whole thing splittered apart like a glass. The whole world broke down, and I had to build it up again from scratch, like what is real. I stole a lot of books because of that, to test what would happen. nobody did anything. I could take out many books and nothing would happen. Also open. I wouldn't hide them. I would take them out of the shop and use them, read them. So nothing ever happened against this. So I had to test all what is real, what they say is real. Does it have consequences? What you do? Does it not? And so on. Yeah, that was that at the end. And that was the same time as the Berlin Wall came down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so like everything was going through changes, and everyone's definition of reality was shifting.
Right. Yeah. We have a similar thing now, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
see, I would have just not taken responsibility for my actions and blamed like William Shatner or who's the David Hasselhoff. It's probably David Hasselhoff's fault that your relationship fell apart.
Okay.
Yeah, because he takes credit for the Berlin Wall, so you might as well take credit for everything, right?
Because okay, so when that was Saturn-Neptune conjunction, which we're under again, right? Like
yes,
this is
exactly.
actually like a connection to that time, and that's literally like what is real, what isn't. That's phenomenal. Where was that happening in your chart? Because what I was doing was just the solar return chart. I wasn't looking at transits or anything. So instead of digging that up again, so it happened in the middle of
in 89.
Yeah, so 12 Capricorn is where it happened. If we pop his chart back up,
you can't do it.
Oh, I don't know. Can I? I didn't
thought you could. I got to give you some sort of mod power or something.
Yeah, I don't have any mod powers. I'm so weak. I also have Mars and Taurus. I just don't have the power. So it was like at 12 Capricorn. Where's that happening in your chart? So in your 6th house of like illness. Although it's funny because the 12th house tends to be more like mental illness and like incarceration and such like that. But this like delusion happening. And at 12 was pretty closely squaring your sun, but exactly squaring your Mercury, how you think about things. And then like the delusions, what is real, what is fake. It's pretty profound.
It was not just one moment. It took me several months to check that it's really happening, and I can believe my eyes.
Yeah. And then what's interesting is so you have all this like pile up in your 9th house, which is of like philosophy and religion and such. And a lot of your writing, what you do is really about like exploring the nature of reality.
I always was interested in looking what is going on behind the scenes. I studied philosophy also because of that reason, but also the acting is also in the theater. What is behind the curtain? What is happening there? So this is always my interest.
Yeah, and I mean, you've got like Pluto opposed all that too, right? Which is really the chthonic realm. And, like digging deep into like, what is it? Well, what's real? What is power? And it's opposing all your stuff. And so you've got, what's interesting is you have decanic dignity for your Venus, which I'm just going to check. I'm just going to check the heights of things. I like to measure the heights sometime. Positions. Sorry, I got this on my program because I actually have you plugged in here.
I mean, anything you want, you could pop up on that window as well, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd have to set up for that. Actually, I think.
It's whatever. I mean, you can just tell us what it says.
Another time I'll do that just because there's a reason for that. So maybe Mars is actually your most elevated planet. It's hard to say. Anyways, I'd have to dig into that. But yeah, Venus is right there up on your midheaven. And it has decanic dignity in the 3rd decan of Aries. It's very much like finding a good time, but it doesn't last. It burns out too quickly because Venus doesn't operate well in fire signs, right? Venus is cold and wet, doesn't want to be hot and dry. But like Venus in Aries is fun, right? Like it's a good time.
Sounds like Casanova.
Like Casanova? Yeah, he's gone. He's gone in the morning. Yeah, and it's with your like lot of fortune too. Really interesting. Hey, what are you doing for work now?
Now I work in night shifts in a hotel. In a wellness
hotel. Back to night shifts in the hotel, eh?
Yes.
I mean, it's good. It's a good thing to do right now, especially like in that area, like in terms of like people on vacations and everything. You can probably live pretty well in a hotel,
Yeah, they cook for me for all night and they sleep because they are tired from the wellness people. So it's very quiet and nice. I enjoy the silence. right now because I had so much action going on as an actor and at university. Was teaching at university, and now I need to just be calm a bit. That's
I'm
why
jealous. I might end up doing that.
Yes, but my partner doesn't like that because she doesn't see me a lot now around.
Totally.
Yeah,
But I
it's
enjoy it.
relationships. Yeah. So you also used to have the people who'd come through your hotel. You'd have all these massive sinks. I'd get these messages from you where you're like, "Oh my God, this thing I was just reading, and this guy came in." And
yeah, actually, that was also a reason because that I want to switch into the night because during the day too much things were happening. And I was working in Hamburg in a very famous hotel, Atlantic Hotel. They have a big rock star living there. And too much things were going on. But as I said before, I try to flee from it right now. Since 3 months, I'm really stepping away from the things, and still they are coming. Like these, my partner can confirm it in 80%, if not more. If I look on the watch, always this triple numbers, or how to say 1414. Yeah.
what's the main symbology you work with that you look at for syncs? Because most people who do sync work, it's like they have like their stable of things that they're really focused on.
Shifting. Right now, I have an author which I read a lot, but I have to take care because if I open his books, like I read some sentences and then I read something is going on in my life. This is sync, and you can count on it totally. It works. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, what I do, sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I'm listening.
I have like a playlist of like 20,000 songs that I curate. I keep moving things around and I put it on random. And especially when I'm reading, I really like this. When I'm not outside with the birds, when I can get in my backyard, I'd rather just sync with the birds. But I have this like random playlist on, and like spirits talk to me through the playlist. Like I've had some moments where like I know exactly who was playing with the song and the line at the time. But like recently with Earthsea, I talked about Earthsea, the first book. There's this metaphor of like tossing a pebble into the ocean and watching it ripple, and that's what magic does. And the song "Take a Pebble" by Emerson, Lake and Palmer played at that moment, and it was like exactly those words that I was reading. It was wild. I was like, okay, this book is real magic. All right.
That the combination of things, what you read and what you hear, I have this very often, but also since just more in the last half year, then you read something on the internet and you hear the same words at the same moment from a total different channel. Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so yep.
Then I think sometimes they have a camera put in my eyes that they can read it. No, that's my paranoia thing then going on.
Well, let's think that. Okay, so if they had a camera in your eyes, let's see if we can see it in the chart. We gotta find evidence. That would be your midheaven would be like the management, right? That would be like the authority structure. So your midheaven is right at the end of Aries, and it's ruled by Mars. Mars is like in bad condition. So it's like it would have a hard time, I think, getting a camera in your eyes without being noticed. Like Mars,
okay,
pretty mellow. I don't know that they get it together, but it is with Saturn, who'd want to be able to see through your eyes and want to have control. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it some more. I don't know. Yeah, probably. I don't think so. Listen, I don't think your chart says you have a camera in your eyes.
Yeah,
I don't want to be too controversial here.
No, I have to find an explanation always. So I'm digging and thinking, this possible or is this possible? No.
Yeah, but I think all synchronicity is just spirit contact.
Yes.
Like I think it's different spirits that are like communicating with us and arranging things in our reality as best they can. And so if you notice it, they're going to be like, this one can see us. And then they start tossing stuff at you. Okay. And to that point, I don't think synchronicity is one force entirely. So like the idea of like following the syncs isn't always a good idea. It could be like a malevolent spirit trying to like send breadcrumbs down a bad trail.
They are competing with each other.
Perhaps. Yeah. Competing for the human attention. They seem very interested in this fake 3D realm. They seem to really, really appreciate it. And I mean, so in terms of your ability to see these things and to interact with these things, you've got Moon in Sag, which is like a nice place for the Moon in a lot of ways because Jupiter tends to really support the Moon. The Jupiter rulership is Sag. And it's trining it's waning, but it's trining your Sun, which is really nice. And Moon in the 5th house is good for creative pursuits, right? And it had just met Neptune, so this mystical element, right? And Neptune is trining your sun, and then the moon the next day would cross galactic center, the Sagittarius A, right at the end of Sagittarius, about 27 degrees, which is a profoundly mystical point in the zodiac, especially moon there. Although your moon's quite far off, so it's not quite there. But if we went through progressions, you probably had a pretty profound experience when you were, well, that would have been about the first time about a month old, and then like when you were 28, 29, close to your Saturn return, you would have had your progressed moon back on that point. Probably had a great unveiling for you.
Yeah, that was the time when my divorce was clicking in. It was was a very intense time. A lot of things there. Yeah.
Well, that's common for progressed lunar return, right? Which happens for everybody at 27 years old. So that's very common, like having to change homes, your family. If you got married too young to the wrong person, it's going to end on your progressed lunar return. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and also, so Uranus like sextiling your moon, so there's that like eccentric energy, boosting your moon. Yeah, and then Uranus opposing your. Oh yeah. I mean, I kind of Uranus opposing your sun very directly. I kind of wasn't even looking at that.
That's a surprise thing.
Not knowing you, no, it's very eccentric energy, right? It's like always throwing what's not acceptable within society at you.
Yes.
And because it's the opposition, it's harder for you to work with. It's going to be more derailing to your life than a capacity to like bring it in. Yeah. But also, Saturn is, man, about to conjunct your sun. Like, it's almost there, man. It's going to happen this summer. Let me find the exact date. This is really important.
That is good, because that I was telling you, I have some decisions to make, and that is I have a thing which would be logical to move to Scandinavia, because my partner feels much better there, and I feel I just come back from Denmark right now. Yesterday I've been to Denmark. Yeah, and it's nice there. It's really, everything seems nice, and they want us there, and they offer work and place and everything. But I still feel I should wait. I don't know.
Saturn conjunct Sun, which is going to happen next month. It's going to happen during April, and then you'll have like a retrograde in the fall that'll kind of come close. But the only one exact hit. The thing is, it's more about like it can be depressing. It can be like a hindrance on what you're trying to do right now, but it sets up another 30-year cycle with your sun, with your heart, what you want to do in the world. And the sun rules your chart too, right? So it's like doubly, triply important. So I don't know that by the end of April you're going to know whether you should move or not, but I definitely wouldn't make a big life decision right now. I'd wait until like May,
Yeah, that's what I feel actually.
Yeah, well, exactly.
My partner says she wants to move as fast as possible. She already starts to talk to her working place. She will quit and so on. I say, okay, then you have to go alone for a bit, because I'm not able to decide now.
Yeah. I'm just.
I mean, how strong? Can't you go without deciding? Like, can't you spend time there and then solidify it later?
Yeah, and then give up my beautiful hotel place.
Stay in your hotel place for a longer period of time, basically. How long do you want to stay at your hotel job?
Okay, truth is, I don't plan to work at night so long. It's not so healthy for a longer time.
Yeah,
right. So right now, it's okay. But
yeah, but for how long?
For another.
For how long?
Sorry. Yeah.
The thing is, half a year. Is that what you're trying to say? For another half a year?
No, half year maybe. Thing is, at the hotel I have a much more time, as I'm totally alone. I have a lot of time for myself to think, to plan, to write, to digest, to organize my creative things. So during the day, I paint a lot now, and this is very cool for me now.
And what's the Danish job?
Maybe a slaughterhouse for the beginning.
All right. Well, do you want to be a writer or not? Because slaughterhouse to me says
Yes,
novel,
exactly.
getting published as a novel writer. I would say. I
And
mean,
the
it's
other
probably
side
worth
is,
it.
the thing is, okay, they want you to make me speak fluent Danish, so they say first you work in the slaughterhouse and talk to the pigs. I don't know. And later
That's how you become famous, right? Like that's how you got to get the blood sacrificed if you really want to
exactly.
succeed.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, okay.
It's getting dirty.
Maybe like you're gonna work in the slaughterhouse in the winter, because like that's kind of what it sounds like. Is you would keep working in the hotel until the end of at least winter. I mean, you've got to go through the ski season. That's where all the money is at in the hotels.
Yes.
Are they going to keep paying you in the summertime the same amount? Or are they going to like?
No, same. We are always fully booked. It's a very good hotel. So
okay, so you love what you're doing, kind of, because it means you can work as little as you want. And if you go to work in a slaughterhouse, that's going to be kind of a bummer, because like you'll have to actually work sometimes. You'll be on your feet all the time.
Yes, bloody mess. But then I would have to let my partner go alone.
Yeah. And you miss out on that existential trip, which is good for being a writer. Like there's nothing better for a writer than a little bit of insane suffering, like philosophical wonder. Like you're dealing with all of these dead bodies all the time. That's how you become a better writer. I'm pretty sure they don't teach you that in school, but that's the
essential. Yes.
Yeah, you can write Slaughterhouse 6.
Slaughterhouse 6, right? Or Slaughterhouse Sex. Depends on where you want to sell your novel.
Pop up. I brought another chart. This is your progressions right now, Bjorn. So what's interesting here is, so you've just had your progressed Venus move into Cancer, and it has power in that first decan of Cancer. So like this is the pull of your new partner, right? Like you've got a better capacity now to make it work with her right now. But also, and by the way, I mean the I don't have the right calculation on this program I use for progressed angles. It's about 3 degrees over usually. So really your progressed Mars is right on your progressed midheaven. And via your natal chart, Saturn is in Aries. It's going to conjunct your sun. And then next year, it's going to hit your progressed, or not your progressed, but your natal midheaven. So this is like a big moment for career for you too. So you've got like the conflict in your chart. And right there on your progressed ascendant, it's on Pluto. Okay. It's actually a little bit past Pluto now. It's been moving a little faster. And your progressed Mercury is right on your progressed Saturn too. Like it's potent, man. Like your chart's changed. 2 years ago, you had your second progressed lunar return, and now you're building up to your Saturn return, your second Saturn return.
Oh, that's just coming now. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah. Let's just go back to here. Well, it's coming like okay, so 7 Taurus in your natal chart. So it's coming. Your second Saturn return is coming in 2028. It'll be like June of 2028, and then you'll get the second hit in November, December, and then it'll end by March of 2029. So you're in the buildup here, right? So the big question is, what matters the most to you? You know, where does your responsibility lie? Does it lie with your relationship, or does it lie with having a good job that allows you to have time to work on your sync work and your writing and your creative, your art, also your art too, eh?
Yeah, sure.
So that's the question. Where does your heart lie?
There's another thing going on. As I study a lot of these old prophecies, European prophecies, and we have this one Bavarian guy who very concrete said this and this is going to happen for Germany. Many immigrants will come, and inflation will start. And pretty much of his things were very true. And also during his lifetime, what he said was they said it's confirmed. Even courts confessed that when they tried to bring him on trial. And then he said, oh, by the way, Mr. Judge, your wife is sitting now with this guy, and she has a red dress, and they send a guy home. And it was really the case. So it was a very good seer. And I see these things are going to happen. And that's why I was trying also to find a safe area. And that's why the move to Bavaria was done, because it's a safe area here. And going to Scandinavia would be not a safe area, because maybe a lot of water can come.
A lot of water? What do you mean?
That's another thing. Many prophecies said for the time during the Third World War that they would drop something into the North Sea and a high wave would come, which would
Oh,
affect not just the coast, but like would maybe go already into Berlin also.
Yeah. And there's been
Crazy.
floods, man. There's been like centurion floods. Germany has had floods into the Saxon regions that came from the North Sea. I think the big one was the North Sea flood of 53, right? That was
Yeah.
like, yeah. And there's other ones too, but they happen. And so it could be that the next one's sometime sooner than 2053, could be
Right.
like 2030s or 2020s. And
Yes.
everyone's worried about this because when Europe has a flood, it's freaking bad. You know, like, I mean, in
Yeah.
Dresden, I saw these pictures of, I think the 80s or 90s flood in Dresden.
Yes.
And it's like, I'm in a building and they're showing like the pictures. I'm getting like a kebab or something. And in the building, they have pictures of that building flooded up to the top of the door. Like these streets were flooded like 2-3 meters up across the street.
Easily. Yeah.
Yeah. It's insane. So, yeah, so you don't want to be there for that. And it sounds, and when he says it could be like it's prophecy or something like that. Well, yeah, like, but that almost makes it sound even less. It's like it is a thing that happens. Like these major floods happen, and so you have, and then you can get stuck. Let's say you're in your apartment and it's not on the first floor. Oh, hello, you're on like the 4th floor or something like that. Great. Now you can't get out of your building for as long as it takes for the infrastructure to fix it. And if you think German infrastructure is as good as it was in the 1940s and 30s, you're wrong. It's worse than it's ever been. It's like the trains don't run on time and things are bad, you know?
Yeah.
So you could like, yeah, you could be stuck for a month in your apartment without any access to water or power. Yeah. I mean, you got to be really careful.
what city in Scandinavia does she want to move to?
Copenhagen, you said, or no?
That's near Copenhagen Island called Bornholm.
Oh,
say that
kind of cool. See, Bogenhofen. So you're like trying to go to one of the cool Bogenhofen, right? It's like a
Bornholm.
How
It's
do we spell
Copenhagen.
How do I spell it?
I write in the chat, right?
Okay.
Borgholm is like near Sweden.
Bornholm.
Yes,
Oh,
also
okay.
Sweden.
All right. I'm gonna see. I want to see Bornholm because basically, it's not even here.
No.
What the heck?
Is it
Because they have
Bornholm
not a
or
real
Bornholm?
city. The city would be Rönne.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Runnick?
With the Ö.
Here, let me see in the chat. Rhone. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
wanna
I would
see
just
how
say I would totally do this because this is nuts. Like, think about how cool it would be to live on this Viking island, isolated away from everybody else, with
Yeah,
nothing but fairies and dragons underground. I mean, it looks like a pretty magical place, right?
It is. Yes.
So you're kind of just telling yourself like you're not ready to go to like live with the fairies in the Hildefolk.
You have the Pharisee in the mountains too.
True. But you're by a hotel.
I can't find Rhone either. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt here. You guys are having a good conversation.
Okay.
I'm just being what's close to it? Bornholm? I don't know why I can't find this.
Malmö is close. Or the Ystad, you can Ystad.
Okay. That doesn't look like a real word.
They don't look like a real word to who?
To me. Okay, in Sweden, Ystad.
You racist white folk. That's
yes, Rönne. Here you have it. Yeah, you see it.
Okay, I want to see what your. Oh no! I gotta do that. Okay.
I was on this ship yesterday.
Let's go back to map, and I can show you from maps basically. But you can take trains real fast. You know, it's not like it's as bad as you might think.
Yes.
To get places. Here you go. There's just a little island right there. Capital region of Denmark, and then Copenhagen's way over there. So this is like interestingly closer to like Germany and beyond Sweden. So that's kind of interesting.
This is okay.
Yes, very far out.
Do you see this map? Are you seeing this right now, Noah?
Oh, I'm looking. Sorry, I'm looking at his relocation chart. You want to know what changes for your relocation chart? This is kind of amazing.
It's a cool spot, dude. I want to go there now. I'm curious. There's even a place called Kraken. Come on, Kraken. All right. Sorry. Look at his relocation chart. Whatever.
Put up his natal chart again.
Fine.
I won't even bother sharing it because it's so minor. You want to know the only thing that changes? Is midheaven moves from being in Aries over into Taurus. So instead of it being Mars ruled, what you want to do in the world, if you move there, it becomes Venus ruled. It's about your relationship.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it's very descriptive, right? And
Yes.
neither Venus nor Mars are in great shape in your chart, right? So it's like the work that you're doing in the world isn't really getting a boost either way. Although here the midheaven is closer to Venus, so that's nice. Okay. But so then also your IC is going to move down to Scorpio and be with Jupiter. So honestly, it does look like it's a better place for you to live than Germany. Like I'd take that chart with the Scorpio IC over this chart with the Libra IC. Honestly, I think it's slightly better. The question is, because it's Scorpio, it's like, are you going to be bitter about her forcing you to move and leaving the good thing you had in Germany? You know, that's the trade-off, right?
Yeah, actually, right now, every place is better to live than in Germany. I think what they're doing here.
It's a tragedy, my friend. A true tragedy.
Yeah. And either way,
hey, I mean, like, you know what? They'll pay. You can pay 18 euros a month to support their media attacks, so that you can help the German state make propaganda.
Yeah. Exactly.
You
yeah,
know?
but just like where I live.
And did you know what they do in Germany? Like because now they have pronouns here, right? But just so you understand, like how much I understand about your culture.
Oh wow! Yeah, great. Awesome.
All right. You can just consider. Don't hassle me. I'm a local, you know. But
Yes.
but what they do. This is like the supermarket that they have here, Noah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're in Germany and what's the worst one? What's the worst one? We were just saying. So is the tax one? Oh man, there's a few other problems. I forgot.
They like all the atom energy is.
They shut down atomic energy, so all the electricity costs like 100 times more than it costs anywhere else in the world. And now with the Russian war, they're like, why don't we just upset the Russians more so that we can buy gas even more expensively?
Exactly.
So that and we just want all the old people to die in the cold, basically, you know, because
Volkswagen concern announced just today that 30,000 people should leave in the next years. Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, but just like in Canada, where my taxes go to support the propaganda of the CBC.
Yeah, but you guys make Degrassi and cool stuff.
Yeah, you ruined my joke. You took it from my mouth.
That wasn't a joke. I take Degrassi very seriously.
I know. You knew where I was going.
I'm paying tariffs to Canada to buy episodes of Degrassi.
So those tariffs go back to your government. But anyways, pennies trickle down into some. I'm sure there's a German Degrassi, right? Is there not?
Quite the same. Not the same. They have a show about about a girl who practices witchcraft and her friend who rides a horse. I forget what it's called. Yeah, it's like about a cowgirl and a witch that are friends together, and then they deal with like this weird Wessie. I don't know. Generally, it's not the same.
All horse girls are witches, no?
No. The horse girl is just friends with the witch.
No, so but I'm pretty sure that it's the same thing. I just think you're not refined enough to understand.
You could be right.
My partner is very much into horses, so.
Yeah. Sorry, Bjorn's partner.
Plain and safe.
We're witch positive over here. We're not.
Totally.
So.
Do you got any other questions, Bjorn, about what's going on in your chart?
Yeah. So you say this is a hard decision, right? But it would be better for me to be there. That's really.
I think it sounds like it would be like a major. Okay, this is a complicated question, but there's two. They're not better or worse. They're just different things. Yeah. So if you're a Kraken and you're gonna get all this energy because you're like in an area where there aren't a lot of Kraken, like you're gonna be in a hotel environment and you're gonna get you're getting decent amount of money to live in a shithole, basically. Right. Which I hate to use Trump's language. But and there's not going to be a lot of self-growth, but there's a lot of resources which maybe allow you to be yourself and you can enjoy that. You could sit around getting fat and smoking and no one's going to stop you. Okay. So being in a hotel lifestyle, right? That sounds great, but you're never going to escape that. Here's your chance to escape that. You can go to this freaking island. You're probably not going to live at this island forever, but it's definitely going to help you with your writing to be a butcher on the freaking island. I mean, like what the hell? Like that's the crazy. I want to read that book that doesn't exist already, you know? And like it's just going to make you more insane and more driven.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
that's probably good. So I would say at least to give it a shot would probably be worth it. And it's not so much to me a question of if, but when, because when that's what I was going to ask Noah for you is like, when would be the right time if you did delay it, but it wasn't forever? Maybe it's 6 months or something like that anyway. Like, when would you delay it to? Because don't you want to get some of the summer on that island? Because it's going to be really fucking cold by August or November, right? Like, you're not going to want to be living on this island just to move to this island into the dead of winter. It might make more sense to get settled in there and enjoy the island a little bit in the summer.
Yes. Yeah,
Frankly, I think it actually makes more sense to go to the island now as soon as possible, and then maybe come back to work at the hotel again in the future. Like, you could probably get your job again in December or January.
Yeah.
So either way, this is Bjorn packing up all his paintings and
just packing up all the shit. Right
try and move to Sweden.
Cool.
All right.
Yes.
I'm removing him from the stream for that. No. But I think the question is, like, looking at his chart, you're talking about a Saturn return. When do you think is the right time for him?
Yeah.
How long should he be working at this hotel? And when do you think you should be looking for a new future? You know?
Get through Saturn on your sun. You know, and it's going to come back. So the results of the decision you make are going to hit you in the fall. You know, like Saturn's going to retrograde back and station like within a degree of your sun. So I'd wait till May. You know, let this transit happen. But then Saturn's going to be playing with your Mercury. You know, there's going to be
communication, learning Danish.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, that's interesting too, right? Because it's a conjunction. It's the beginning of a new cycle of how you talk. So it's actually
you're not just learning how they talk. The difference is, all right. So how does the Dane say thank you, for instance?
Talk.
Right, but what does talk really mean? What's the etymological meaning of the word?
Their thank you is cuck. Is that right?
No, talk. It means I've taken it. If you hand someone a drink and they say talk, they're saying I've taken it. And that's become a Seville thing where you think they're saying thank you. But if you really realize this, these are Saxons and they're like barbaric Spartans, and they don't have a real word for thank you. They just have a way of letting you know that they've taken something from you.
Yeah.
Okay. So just welcome to Danish culture, and just get ready for that, working as a freaking butcher on an island with a lighthouse. All right. In the winter, in the dead of winter. Like, it sounds like most people's hell and maybe your paradise, or at least like your vacation for a month. I think you should do it just because it's so crazy. That's basically where I'm at with this.
It's funny because so Saturn is about to conjunct your Mercury, right? Which is a great signal for learning a new language. It's the beginning of a whole new way of expressing yourself. But the idea of what you're saying about how they're going to take your things, Mercury rules your second house of possessions. So it's also like, yoink.
Of what kind of the possessions? I didn't get that.
Oh, well, what Andreas was saying about how they'll just take something and then say, So it's funny that also, you know, Saturn's coming to like, you know, restrict and restrain your own personal possessions, which you happen to have K2 within anyways. So fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. Yeah, I mean, just wait, just hold off for this next month, and hopefully your partner can also just be like, let's just wait and see where this leads. Of course, I'd want to see what was going on in her chart. That's a whole other world. But yeah, I mean, you've got your Saturn return coming up, and Jupiter's kind of moving down. And what's cool too is next year Jupiter, it's going to start this summer. Jupiter is going to be in your first house in Leo, you know. So it's also like there's a certain amount of like redefining yourself is going to be getting a lot of support, you know. So it's like I kind of lean towards you moving. Sorry, I mean that's a little bit, but it's going to be a regret. But it's going to be
you're not going to stay forever. You're going to eventually learn a lesson from it, probably. But I think it's probably worth the lesson being learned, and I think it'll be fun, and you're going to survive it, and you're not even going to be that hurt when it happens. You're going to laugh about it. It's like when you crash a car and you just laugh, that kind of thing.
That's so good.
You're gonna just be standing outside the vehicle, like, huh? All right, fair enough, God. You got me.
Dude, he's got Pluto on the cusp of his third house and Uranus in his third house. Don't joke about car accidents with Bjorn.
Yes,
okay?
I had those.
Been through it before, I'm sure.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
And,
I think you'll survive it.
But I think that's fair enough. I mean, you both say something what I could say I don't want to hear, right? That's a good speaks about you.
Yeah.
Always trust Xirtus Astrology. He has AI actually coded into his shirt, so he's able to it just speaks to his heart, so he just knows what to say.
It's nanotech. And then I meant to tell you this earlier, but you know how to your Mayan Starroot, right? I should show you this for the sake of it. So you can always go here to starroot.com. You type in Mayan Oracle Starroot.
Oh,
Mayan
that's
Starroot.
Okay.
Yeah. This is practical. Today's a blue cosmic monkey, which should give you an idea. Like even the Mayans knew today was going to be screwed up. Like that's there's a monkey throwing a wrench into everything, but it's guided by the dog, which is like the symbol of love, right? So there's like a very good energy about today. Anyway, you can go down here into your Starroot and you can put in your day, and you can put in also your significant other, the woman that you're dating, put in her day, and you can calculate your star roots and how they interact with each other, and figure out what days are best to interact with each other and what days or maybe not. And I would recommend doing that just so you can mathematically see what days sync up better with you and your partner, and especially in terms of what's coming in the future. What day is she planning on moving, and how much is it important to her. But it sounds like a big thing is she's really driven to do this because she wants to go off somewhere where she can have horses, and I feel like that's probably because you have horses on this island. Is that like a thing?
Yes. Yeah. But she's a northern girl. She's not from here. I was talking to her to come down, and the Bavarian thing is not for her. She doesn't like the culture, or doesn't.
What is up? Am I crazy? Like, who looks at like a bunch of big-titted Bavarians drinking beer and says, "No, not for me"? Like, there's something wrong with that kind of person. And I'm sorry, because this is your significant other, and I appreciate them, but Bavarian culture is way underrated. I don't like those Bavarians. They have too much fun. Well, screw you. All right. All right. Fair enough. And anything else you want to make sure that we cover, or you good with that?
That was much more than I expected. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Sweet. Yeah. Bjorn, also, we do a show called Neuropa, which is about neurotic Europeans and European history.
Yes,
so you'll probably fit in just fine. So we're going to invite you back. We hope to see you again soon.
Oh, hey, cool. Let him promote. You've got a Patreon, and what else do you have going on right now? He's also a really fascinating artist too.
Where's the link? How do I show him off?
Yeah. Send a link to Andreas. So
just link in the private chat if you want.
Yes.
I'll put it up in the thing.
Bjorn was actually also you wanted to illustrate my
the children book.
My story about it's kind of it's like a parable about the moon and the sun's relationship, and the moon. It's kind of a kid's book, but not really a kid's book. You wanted to illustrate it. What happened to that?
I still want to do it. I still have to learn to draw.
That's your Saturn-Sun conjunction right there. Deciding it's time to. Oh, he has to learn how to draw.
It's not forgotten. It's not forgotten. No way.
Oh, by the way, when I first was goated on Rune Soup to learn the Tolkien, I looked it up, and the day that I was born under was a day that says this is where people who are day counters are born, and it was also the same day, although a different cycle within, because it's different wheels within wheels, so it wasn't the exact same. On the larger scale, it wasn't the same cycle, but on the day scale, it was that day, and it's this is a person who's a day counter. I was like, oh, I guess I should learn this, but I was so busy at the time.
Day counter sounds like such a weird prejudicial thing. That guy, he's a real day counter, So always worried about what day it is.
It's important because if they lose the count, then the universe unravels.
That's true.
Someone has to count the days.
Hey, is Darren's thing? We have Darren from last week, the British guy who was having a problem getting his thing.
Oh,
and
wow.
I can tell, right, hold on, can I just see? Hey, bro, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh my God!
Yes.
This is
You know why? Because Mercury is come out from behind the sun. It's past the Cazimi. So the Mercury retrograde, and this is like a brutal Mercury retrograde Pisces with K2 and Mars, all this crazy stuff happening. But now we're past the worst of it. So we get to talk to Darren. It was a cliffhanger last week.
Dude.
My goodness.
Bjorn,
It
we're
was
going to talk to
brutal,
you.
wasn't it?
We're going to talk to you soon, Bjorn. I'm going to let him in
Yes.
just so we can do his thing. But, man,
Thank
love
you
you.
so
Good
much.
to meet you. God bless you and good
Check out
luck.
Synchromystic on
You too.
Patreon. That's what it
Dude,
is.
Synchromystic on Patreon. I'll put the link up. All right. Peace out. Dude, he's great. He's a great guy.
I love
Okay.
you.
And then here's okay, bro. I'm so glad because like I'm super curious now. The only trouble is now I have to figure out where your chart went. Do you still have his chart from last time by any
No, I don't
chance?
have it. I don't have it.
Holy crap. All right. So because right now AstroSeek is down and it's acting like
No.
it's
Yeah,
like
it
not
does go
doing
down
it.
sometimes. Oh, you got it.
Well,
It
he's
comes
saying
back.
temporary server overload.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay.
So there was another site that we can do astro charts, right? So we're gonna do it right here.
I feel so
or no,
good.
wait. What was the one I used? I went back to. Let me go back to.
Well, Darren, you can just write it. I can do it too.
Yeah. Darren, why don't you put can you type your information into the private chat here? That way you don't have to say it if you don't want to.
I'll just tell you. No difference to me.
Okay.
One second.
Wait, get him ready. Also, in the meantime, while we did that, we were making new profile pictures for the Sith Lord, and this is him as a Jugendstil art piece from Klimt, I think. I really like it. It's super meta.
What's your birthday?
17th of March, 1971.
Oh, we're almost there. 17th of March, 1971. And so I believe you had. Oh, we'll see it in 1 second. Okay, and what at what time do you know?
It was 10 to 6, 5:50 in the evening.
5:50 p.m. And where?
Epsom in Surrey.
Say that again.
Epsom.
Epsom. As you
Epsom.
said, the salt.
I see it. I got it.
And don't smoke the bath salt. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Don't smoke bath salts. You just put them under your tongue subliminally. That's the safer way.
Epsom sauce. And what was it that I was freaking out about last week? Oh, it was that the eclipse was right on your ascendant descendant axis. So what's happened in the past week with other people in your life? Like what's the shocking change for a relationship change or something like that?
Well, are we all going through it? Is the world not going through it? Are we?
Everyone's going through it right now. Yes, indeed.
Is it redemption? Potentially.
Redemption?
I mean, that must. Yeah. Now. Yeah, where to start? But yeah, the last week, even tonight. Yeah, it's we've all been going through it, especially in the UK. Well, England, Scotland. Total destruction of 2 generations. And apathy from the rest. And
totally. And then then you're gonna end up with white powers, like British supremacists.
The pendulum is being forced, and I'm trying to keep it in the middle, but that's a futile fool's journey.
But you're the last one to have actually read V for Vigilante, and all these kids today, they don't give a damn. Yeah, I know that feeling.
What's happened in the past week though? Everyone's going through it right now. It's a rough time.
Yeah.
What's
Dude, what a great chart. Look at this.
Yeah.
What do you love about it, Andreas? What do you love about it?
Bro, it's like a cat's cradle. It's it's a pretty diverse portfolio, right?
It's spread out. It's spread out for sure. It's what we would call a locomotive style chart. And so what
locomotive?
Yeah, when there's an empty trine. This is going back to Mark Edmund Jones. I think he was the one who wrote about this. But so we would look at Pluto is leading the train. So it's interesting. So you've already brought up these power struggle things about a culture, and it's in your first house. And so that is profound for you, looking at Plutonian issues and who holds the power, where is it going, where is it leading? Why don't I have it? I should have it.
Do I want it?
Yeah, for sure. And now, given that, I mean, you've got Moon in Scorpio, right at the end of Scorpio. It's trying to get out of there, but it can't quite get. I mean, if you were born a couple hours later, you're such a different person because you've got this like Jupiter Neptune conjunction close to your IC. So it's a profound part of you, right? What are the higher ideals? What works for everybody? What's the best thing for everyone, right? So you're saying I want to be somewhere in the middle. I don't want to. And you can see how you're talking about like immigration issues in Britain leading to like white supremacy because it has to like counterbalance, right?
Virgo rising.
It will,
Not to
it
be a
will lead
dick.
to civil war. They know this, and it's.
Do you think that's the purpose that they're trying to foment civil war?
Yes, but it may just be what realm are we in? We know it's created. Come on, this complex
I mean, the
design.
best way to steal from the
Bang.
British people is to make the British people fight against each other. It's like the only way that they can keep the people, like, if you get it, it's like that movie A Bug's Life. If you get enough British people all together, like one is like an ant, but you get them all together, they have way more than the elite do, you know?
But
and so the elite need them to fight each other.
It's
It's
always
an island. There's something about an island.
There is something crazy with these isles. There is something going on with this place.
Can we bring his chart up?
Sorry. I can hear.
Yeah. And oh my goodness, is that? It's hard to see. 1 second, I gotta pop it up on my program and just see if. Oh no, it's at 6. Okay, 6 degrees of Aries. So again, we have the chart ruler with Chiron in Aries, just like Bjorn, very similar, except this time it's Mercury. So yeah, you're Virgo rising, so it's analytical, right? Like the energy you're putting out into the world is analytical, but extraordinarily receptive. Like Mercury was setting as you were born. Like Mercury's moving down into the 7th house with Chiron. So I mean, there's a profound, like you're someone who blurts out the thing. You speak in a way that people might consider harshly, although I don't think you consider it harshly or attempting to be harsh about it. But, you speak bluntly, at least, you get to the point, Mercury and Aries, but you foil the response you need. You don't get that response back from people, like it's you ostracize yourself by doing that. And that's tough, right? Because it's part of your chart. And then your sun is in Pisces. You got this very receptive energy. Like it's important for you to connect with other people. And on a heart-based level, there's an element that's really easy for you to connect with other people, and yet your Venus is like in Aquarius, where like it's like your ability to attract what you need is cold. It's hard for you to attract what you want to you, and you're putting out like that fiery Mercury ruling your ascendant, and you got Pluto in your first house too. Yeah, like okay. But your lot of fortune is with Saturn. Your lot of fortune is with Saturn in the 9th house. Like what you need is pause. Like what you need the most is to be able to take a breath before you speak. Back up.
I can barely actually physically breathe for many reasons, as well as psychologically. And it's karma. I broke my father's nose when on my 17th birthday. By the time I was a year later, my face was completely caved in. I totally accept it. It's beautiful as well. It is absolutely beautiful. Redemption through sin, but unintended initiate.
What is beautiful?
Contemplating redemption, the possibility of more than we're told. I mean, simply
and
the story.
The poetry of consequence.
Sorry.
And the poetry of consequence, like the poetic karma. You're like, what? Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Fair enough.
Beautiful. And when you can come to turn, and then the balance of the two pillars, putting you can ascend the third pillar from the roots back up to the. You don't need to be. It's nice to be guided through this, but be thrown in. Well, when I was 16, roughly 16, I started off by doing a Ouija board session to impress some girls. I think I had drunk a bit, maybe smoked a bit, and we were getting the spirits into the glass. And of course, ego, get in the fucking glass spirit, you can't do what you're told. That went to shit pretty quickly that night. I mean, I swear things were flying around and we all ran terrified. And yet it took a nosedive from that moment. So that's, yeah, make of that what we do, yeah?
Yeah. So you just had Saturn conjunct your sun 3 times, okay?
Right.
Which we were talking about Bjorn's about to have. Now, this happened to you in April of 2025 was the first hit, okay? Then the fall, basically the whole fall of into the winter at the end of 2025. Yeah, so it's stationed and moved past. So basically, as of February, it moved past your sun. So did you get some sort of new insight into what you want to do in the world in this time frame?
Yes.
And what is it?
Well, basically refined to be better. Just even if it is just make the bed and walk the dog, rather than I was fighting the Scottish police and the UK state because I was arrested and charged for 2 knives in a fishing kit. When I was a teenager, you could walk around this land with a sheath knife easily under common law. I was persuaded to plead guilty by a solicitor. Obviously, this is all unlawful. The state will not accept that position as a living man. The argument, sovereign citizen, oxymoron, bullshit. I never claimed that. The court, yes, they ended up throwing me in prison for the contempt of even daring to bring this in front of them. And lost everything again for many of time. And yeah, it's
when was that?
Humbled, completely humbled.
When did that happen?
About a year and a half ago. I mean, they ended up by pointing guns at my head and automatic rifles, and my son's head and my dog's head, just because I wouldn't come out of a van I was living in on private land, where they proceeded to do me for possession of more knives, possession of weapons. These were tools. I was living off grid on private land using tools. To me, that's unacceptable. It just is. It's just, I'm quite happy to die for that. I don't.
Wow. And you would,
but then to temper that with the balance now of responsibility. I mean, they took my driving license because I was like, sod you, I don't need it. I don't need in this. I don't need that. I'll do what I want. And that's ridiculous as well. It's so balancing all things. It's that's what's been forced upon me. That's what it would appear. And I'm quite happy to accept that. That's a good. I'll take those terms.
Interesting, because you had Uranus in your 9th house of the law, right? Of like, and it builds up. Transits from the 9th house build up to the actual authority figure, which is the midheaven. Okay, which is going to happen for you. Uranus on your midheaven is going to happen coming up next summer, I think, not this summer. Yeah, it'll kind of come close, and then it's going to hit middle of next summer, and then end of the year in 2027, and then it'll kind of be close to it all through the winter of 2028. So whatever you learned, whatever you were going through with getting imprisoned over having a fishing knife, but also I guess part of it is you trying to fight the system. And like, did anything change? Were you able to make it into a story that highlighted the absurdity of the whole thing, or did you only just make things worse for yourself?
No, in all things it is better. From my position at least, yeah. It's refined a lot of nonsense, yeah. Yeah, it's guys, I am on 2% battery on the phone. I've got it loaded on StreamYard on the computer, but it is a potato. That's why last week it wasn't going to happen, was it?
Well, we got to at least talk to you, but we didn't quite get the idea of what really changed for you this week. We talked about political things, but not really.
Right, it's a conviction now, so a knowing there is more. It's whether anyone wants to deal with that or not, however you want to describe that, like God, or everyone wants to argue and kill over God. Well, it probably is more Gnostic, isn't it? We are a flawed, is there anything flawed? Well, it can't be. It's the perfect imperfection. It's the source code can never be corrupted and will always redeem in the end. Yeah, is it not provable?
Perhaps. And you're gonna have a nodal.
Yeah, no, perhaps, obviously, absolutism.
Wait,
this,
have you been to jail or you're going to jail?
No. I got remanded for 4 weeks, which was. I've been on my own for so many years now. I'm a 30-year heroin addict, and no longer. And most people in my life have died from that, alcoholism and everything else. Thank you very much, Andreas. I love your shows. Noah, thank you very much. If we cut out now, this is amazing. Thank you.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here on multiple levels, dude. Heroin's a wild ride. I'm glad you made it out. Like it's some hard shit. I don't know.
It is, yeah.
Anybody who doesn't know, like, watch the John Frusciante interview from Amsterdam. I don't know, but like, you got to understand, it's train spotting. It's real life. So glad you're here.
Yeah. But as much as you go to come back from that, I believe in miracles, but miracles may be in slow motion and shape shifting and changing things within slow motion. It doesn't necessarily happen instantly.
Yeah.
True.
Dude, to survive, like most people do heroin to only make it a few years. So when you find out like there's like an entire population that kind of secretly go on living with opiate addictions. I mean, I knew a teacher who he was like teaching kids all over the United States. He's a super great guy. The only trouble was like he'd fallen on his back like shoveling snow like 25 years earlier. And so they gave him some pills for a while, but then they cut him off with the pills. They gave him the pills because, pharmaceutical companies figure opiate's a solution. And now the dude's addicted to heroin for the rest of his life because it's cheaper. It's the only way he can like keep working. And, you don't hear about these, like the functional addicts that are in society they can survive for 30 freaking years, and it's just like, how do you even, it's like being a phone that has a low battery all the time. You can't get away from it. You can't go anywhere. It's like, it can control your life in the craziest way.
When did you kick the habit? When did you kick the habit?
About 5, when they rolled out the Coof jabs.
Really?
I was like, well, I'm not sticking anything. Nothing's going in me ever again, ever. I'll die under a bush before I
that's
take any
amazing.
medication.
So it did do some good.
COVID did some good for you. Yeah.
well, it got me beaten up by the police.
The vaccines actually helped this guy stop putting needles in his arm. There you go.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, there you go. It's amazing.
That's right.
Wow. Yeah, but Andreas, in this country, they love people being on methadone.
Yeah, totally.
They love
Same
it.
in America. It's disgusting. They just want you to every day come get your cup, and like they control your life forever. And then you meet people on methadone. Like, how long have you been on methadone? Well, like 30 years, 20, 30 years. Like, it's just, and there's no way off. Like, you see these guys, because trying to quit methadone is like heroin with chalk in it. You get this chalk that's like, it doesn't break down in your system. So you're just suffering for just weeks and weeks and weeks. The withdrawals of heroin aren't as painful as the withdrawals from methadone. It's just, they do it on purpose,
I did 15 nights with maybe 10 minutes to half an hour's sleep per night maximum of wriggling and writhing around. And I never left the bedroom for the 15 days. And it's beautiful now, but at the time that was methadone.
Yes, there's nothing like it. It's like, you've seen The Exorcist. There's nothing like this. It's just so much worse, and it lasts forever.
So is it not?
Yeah.
What is it? What is this energy? Where does it take people? What does it do to the consciousness? It's at very least suppressing it. Is it taking it to a different dimension? I mean, this is well
clearly, you see like people who can survive 15 days of an exorcism like that, of an opiate exorcism, I'll call it. People who can survive 15 days like that are very strong spirited. So you've got a strong spirit, and for a long time you were afraid to do it because you knew how like it would nearly kill you. You know what I mean? But like once you do it, then two things. One, like, wow, I'm a lot stronger than I thought. And two, I don't know if I'm strong enough to do that again. I might be too old now to be fighting these dragons the way I was when I was younger. And so kicking it when you can so that you can live the rest of your life is super important. And this is true with any kind of demons. Like if you get a demon in your system and you exorcise a demon, then the demon might come back with 7,000 more demons, or whatever, like a legion of demons. So just, you don't want to let in all these extra demons, you don't let that first one back in. Once he's out, you don't let him back in. But a lot of people will. They'll do this again. Like, all right, well, it's cool. I'll just try it again or something. And it completely will destroy their life on a new level because it lets in more demons than were there before.
You know, in terms of the astrology, you've got K2 in your 12th house. So, you know, heroin is like giving up on life. And it's in Leo where, you know, there's this desire to be seen and be known, and then realize you live in this, you know, demiurge's reality where what's the point in being seen in this reality, right? Like if it's that crooked, if it's that corrupt, if it's that evil. So K2 there, heroin was your ability to just give up on life, you know, just completely give up on being seen. And when you kicked, Saturn was moving through Aquarius. So it was conjuncting your Venus, right? Which rules your 9th house of like higher mind and philosophy and religion. Okay. And also it was you know, it was conjunct your Rahu, and it was like, no, I'm gonna live, you know, like in the 6th house of illness, 12th house of like mental illness. Saturn, conjuncting the nodes was what helped you reform your life and come back into this reality and be like, I'm gonna be in this reality. There's a purpose, you know, there's a point, and the point is, I'm gonna get to the river. I'm gonna actually fish, and I'm gonna be able to debone it with your knife. That's the point.
Wow.
So yeah, and by the way, I just noticed we have Eliza in the chat. She's not looking to get her chart read. She wants to read the charts. Let's pull her in.
Okay, yeah, Eliza, I saw you for a second, and then you're not in the room right now. When you come back in, I'll pull you in.
She's a better astrologer than I am.
All right.
Oh, did she leave? Oh no, she left. Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't know, and I should have pulled her in. I didn't know.
That's fine. Yeah.
But Darren, maybe also like, so do you have any kids, or do you have a family of any kind? Or are you a lone wolf?
Yeah, I'm a lone wolf now. Well, I've got a wolf led here wanting to go out for a walk, but I've got two.
All right.
I've got two daughters. Yeah, I've got two daughters and two sons with different mothers. The
You're
boys.
a wolf pack.
Well, it's split. I mean, they've done a job on. Well, we've let them. We've done a job. A job's been done on this land, and it needs changing.
Tavistock. I know, it's crazy. Britain's like you know, and you can tell Britain's one of the craziest epicenters of this because they've headquartered their Babylon system out of UK. So you can hear it in the fact that they've forced everyone to learn a new kind of British that wasn't the English language 400 years ago. I mean, it's this whole Tartarian revision, the Fire of London 1666 on, everything is this like new Britain. And, you know, there's a systematic destruction of the British people. And no one wants to talk about it, obviously, but it's pretty fucking clear. And it's pretty scary to see, like, as they've kind of, especially recently, like you're talking about this pendulum swinging, they're trying to put all the hope everyone has in some sort of like Easter rebellion thing, like the Irish did. And you can see like the playbook is the same, what they did to Ireland, where they turned Ireland, they're like, okay, you don't want to be part of Britain anymore. Now, great, you can be, you know, you can be your own state that has to work for Google, you know, and then Google and all these American corporations come in and take over. And I think that's the big play, maybe, is international corporation, because that's what Britain always was, or not always, but in the last 400 years, it's been a series of corporations, right? The Corporation of London, the Corporation of, you know, Sutter, of the Corporation of Brighton, you know, all like tech corporations, basically.
Andreas, talking about that, because obviously London, Epsom and all that, I may have been born there, but my blood mainly is from Scotland. And really? I'm on a Scottish island right now, near the island of Arran. I'm on the Isle of Cumbrae, off the west coast of Scotland. And
that's awesome.
Even Wikipedia will say our clan is a minor royal bloodline from the northeast of the Pictland, the Picts.
Mm-hmm. The Picts.
Yeah. And dang, I forgot what I was going to say then.
Well, just you're in a place full of, like, these are the indigenous people, and a lot of them were killed off, but a lot of them were married in. A lot of them were married into the tribes, particularly like Celts. The Celts have married in Picts, and the Saxons did too. And we know this from like certain words that survived from the Pict language, but pretty much the only words that survived are like kitchen tools. So, the idea that there were particularly women that kept certain kinds of tools, right? Tools, another side, and these were like an intelligent people that had, special, unique tools that are still being used. But yeah, it's crazy to see what they've done to the British people. And the interesting thing is, you go to Wales and you go to Scotland and you see that there still is a strong amount of British, like autonomy or sovereignty in the spirit of the British people, and there probably always will be. But it's important to keep remembering history, because what they keep trying to do is destroy the history, so you can't remember what has happened to you in your own lifetime. And how are you supposed to tell kids, and these kids that are growing up, I mean, like, they don't know that this happened, what it was like in 80 or 90 in Britain. They don't understand how things have changed so much and how they replay the same playbook on the people over and over again. So
because they're even saying that before, they've now thrown the Moors in, the royals were melanated before, and it's just now at some point. Now, I was taught when I was young that history, obviously his story. Now it's all to do with evidence and what can, you've got to run it like a court and evidence and probabilities and first-hand accounts. Now, and we don't. Yeah, we're up against it. If you look at it that way, I mean, if you look at it as, on a system basis and time, it's a refining, isn't it?
Have you seen the new 28 Years Later? And it's
no, I've been putting it off because I haven't watched any films for years. I've literally been like,
I mean, it seems like a crazy thing to recommend that someone watch that movie, but you should watch 28 Years Later. Because
I will.
The first thing you're gonna say to yourself is like, what the hell? Why'd they make this movie about me?
Well, listen. Considering what you're talking about, you've got this powerful Jupiter right on your IC, which is your ancestry, right? This is where you come from. This is the homeland, right? But it's also, and the moon is there, highlighting it even further. It's about to leave Scorpio and enter Sag. But you've got Neptune there. So the key is, what is truly worth saving about your culture, and what needed to go anyways? That's the key.
Oh no!
He dies. Right?
Are you kidding me?
Hey, that was a long 1% of a battery. He's got a beautiful battery. I gotta say, a beautiful big battery.
Oh my god!
He's logging. It's gonna be his computer. We're not even gonna be able to hear him. He's twinned. Hey, 28 days later, is that Alex Garland?
Yeah. So 28 days later.
Funny, because I just watched Annihilation.
Then there's 28 weeks later, and now there's 28 months. No, I'm just kidding. There's 28 years later. And 28 years later, I saw it, and I was like, this is like Clockwork Orange or something. There's something really more fun about it.
I'm going to watch it. Yeah, I was just thinking about that recently. And
there's a new one that just came out like this month.
28 years later?
28, yeah, right. 28 years later, part 2 or something like that. And it's about the doctor, but you need to. Oh, wait. Is that it? Oh, Darren.
His computer, like he said, it's all Pisces Mercury retrograde. It's gone.
Bruh. Dude, well, Flora Viva was supposed to be in here. Wait,
come on, Flora.
Jump in here, Flora, and then we'll do your reading. We have your chart ready. I have your chart pulled up right here. So
yeah.
And you've got like 8 charts still up. What's going on with this? You have Bjorn's window open, Bjorn's prog open.
Well, I'm just sharing it to pop up. You can.
And Flora, you don't have to put your camera on or anything. Just like do the voice thing so we can answer you. It's probably easier.
We'd rather see you, but you can.
Yeah, I'm just letting you. I mean, because she was concerned about like being doxxed or something.
Oh yeah, whatever. And you can type into the chat your birth stuff so we don't share it.
Yeah, well, she actually made the chart. The chart exists now. I have the chart ready. Flora just put it on here.
Yeah, just keep your camera off so we can at least talk to you. No one's doxing your voice, I'm sure.
Yeah, so this is the chart of Flora. Oh no, I'm not jumping in the stream. Oh my god.
Well, listen, but we can see why. Look at this. Her midheaven is on Pluto. Pluto's right on her midheaven. No wonder you're paranoid. You don't trust anything. There you go.
Don't trust anything. That's fair.
I get it. I get it. Oh,
Okay.
and she's Virgo too, eh? So Virgo, Venus, Virgo.
Why are I hate to be like star racist, but why are all the Virgo charts this like they act like this every time? They're like, I don't want anyone to hear my voice or see my face.
Because they're scared that they're going to make a mistake. Because
Dude,
Virgos,
but does that mean like most of Al Qaeda are Virgos? Like, what is the deal? I don't completely
I
understand.
don't even understand the joke. What does
Like
that mean?
Sharia. I don't know, Sharia law, they don't want to show their faces.
Oh, well, that's actually a Venus and Virgo thing, because Islam is ruled by Venus. So if you want to hide the beauty, right,
Oh,
that's
okay.
Venus and Virgo, where it's considered in fall. You know,
All right, that's fair.
Beauty is so powerful and potent. The feminine
Okay.
beauty. Just like
LOL.
also in Islam, they won't drink alcohol, right? But it's not because alcohol is evil. It's because it's so divine and sacred. It's not for mortal men.
Ah, okay.
Because it is the spirits, right? So, oh yeah, Mars descending. So also because she has Mars on the descendant, she's experienced a lot of like difficult stuff from other people, a lot of like conflict in her life, a hell of a lot of conflict, especially Aquarius rising. Like, yeah, this is a shy chart. This is not someone who wants to be out there. And with Moon in Libra, I mean, she wants to get along with people. She wants the peace, but you know, she's experienced a lot of harsh stuff. You know, difficult stuff. I get it. Yeah, I mean, there's not much we can say if you're not going to interact with us, right? Like, I'm just going to read a random chart and I was right. I nailed everything. It was
yeah. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Flora, you can also send some questions in the F chat. I'll be looking here. This is not Tawny. This is Flora. This is Flora's chart.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I just wanted to shout out to like the Kugelstozers or whatever. This is like a thing. Like these like Germans, like East Germans, will like throw rocks. Like look at these women right here, dedicated to the strong DDR women who threw freaking rocks, little stone balls. Okay, great, and we're back. So yeah. So anyway, this is her chart. Flora, do you have any questions particularly you wanted to have answered?
It's an interesting time for her too, because she's got Saturn Neptune square in her chart, and now you know that's the it's come to a head right now that we have the Saturn Neptune conjunction active. Very interesting. Yeah. Also, I'll just say, because we don't have any interaction here. I talked to Eliza, and she's not going to get on today, but she doesn't want to come on at another time. So that's going to be exciting if we can get someone who's it'll be neat. We'll hear what she has to say someday. I hope. Okay. Yeah. So anything? Is she typing? Got anything going on?
Let's see. Love you too, Nina. Nina's here. Like, this is the thing. We picked a chat group full of shy girls.
Aww.
You know, but like, hey, Nina, do you have any questions you wanted to have answered? Like, do you want to ask questions about your chart, maybe about your future, or?
Flora Viva is typing. We can see it.
I can see you're typing. You better press return instead of delete.
If someone doesn't hop on, we're gonna have to leave.
Is her Mars ascending? Nina says Mars ascending. Is that true?
It's descending, unless we got the wrong chart.
You got to descend. Your nuts are descending.
It's setting. Mars had just set when Flora was born. You can see it on the right hand side of the chart there.
Her Mars is descending. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to end the show. That's it. We didn't get enough people.
Yeah, I don't know what to do for you. Yeah.
Too much Virgo energy.
Darren jumped back in for a second. Darren, is your thing working? Did you?
Darren, can you just try to show up on that computer every episode, and you'll just keep? Oh, he's actually there. Can you hear us?
Yeah. There you go.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Darren?
Exactly like last week.
Oh, it's the computer.
We can't hear you. You got to turn your mic on. No, look, his mic is not even on.
That's true. You got to unmute your microphone. That's all there is. There's a mute button down on the screen there. Just click on the microphone and click it. It should let you unmute. Any luck? Their mic's not connected. It says you don't have permission to use the mic. Well, Darren, we can make it a part 2. We can definitely have it. Like, I'll make some time with you and try to help you set up your microphone on your computer, because I feel like we can get this working.
Maybe all we're doing is just a new Ropa episode right now, and you'll just have to have him and Bjorn on and do a full new Ropa.
There
It's
it
like
is.
a spin-off episode of this.
Does Britain count as Europe still? I feel like Brexit was like for, you know.
Does it or doesn't it, Darren? Tell us. Nod or shake your head. Is Britain European? I want to know because I don't know.
How could you consider Britain European? That's like considering British people and French people the same, which hasn't been true since 1060 AD. Oh, the Battle of Hastings or something, right?
Yeah.
1066.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got.
Now I can. Hey, you got it working. Got audio. Okay.
Yes, Mercury is in retrograde, William. I've got the comments popped up here. Yeah. He wants his money back.
Yeah.
Oh, you can take your currency back. There you go.
I'm
Oh no, it's frozen again. Oh god.
Oh,
Darren.
Listen, pull up Missy Core's comment right there. Pull that up.
Do Andreas's Astrology? Where should he move?
Missy Core, perhaps there's a special episode on its way. Perhaps we're gonna get there. I'm not gonna say. Ooh.
Maybe next birthday we'll do.
Let's see. Oh dear.
Nina asked, "Is her Mars ascending?" You said it was descending, and then the question was, "What does this mean?" Just swap the guy with Bella Daphne.
Oh, what is it? Okay, what does it mean? Yeah, so like Mars on the descendant implies that you have a lot of like conflict coming at you from other people. Mars in Leo, and it's actually a decan where it has power. So it's possible that you could like, now the descendant can very specifically reference your partner. It's possible that Mars there could be you are with a powerful partner who uses martial, aggression in a positive way. But often with Mars on the descendant, it's a lot of fighting from the people in your life that you're close to. But it has some dignity, so maybe it's doing a good thing. Like, I don't know. It'd be nice to talk to you to hear how it's playing out, but we're doing.
Well, I see she's typing.
Yeah,
there is typing going on here. Oh my god, we're so excited!
Thrilling.
See, we really should be doing conversation. Like, this is the thing. I think from now on, like, Flora, you're cool, so we'll let you do this. But this is like this is a pretty blind read right here. Like, this does make it harder. Mythoclast. I see you typing, and then Flora typed something and didn't send it, and that's the worst thing.
Mythoclast kicked her out of the chat. He just stole her comment from her.
Dude, keep it classy.
Listen, like maybe we just cut it short today.
We could do a 90-minute stream. That makes sense. I think that's all right. I'm really excited about some of the stuff that happened today. We made some pretty cool memes.
Love it.
Yeah, some of the pictures have actually become
very lad. I want Sith Lord back on.
Dude, Sith Lord's
he could get me to turn to the dark side with a face like that. I'm sold.
Dude, honestly. And then like Tawny, we love you. Shout out to Tawny.
Beautiful.
Your nails match your hair and the ducks on your cream cup. Jugendstal anime. Flora Viva, we're stoked that we got as close to reading your chart as we did. I'm sorry, it's not quite the same if we can't help. Oh, look at this. Also, the real life Tawny. It's not what Tawny actually looks like. I think Tawny's nose is better than that. This nose looks a little pointy. Like, it's
a weapon. If she went to Britain, she'd wind up in jail.
Dude, she's got, what's that called? Like a Sussex girl? She's like a Sussex girl, but less fat and orange, Darren's the only one who gets what I'm saying. Thanks, Darren, for getting what I'm saying. Wait, is that Darren's back? Darren's back. Okay. All right. What's up, bro? How's it going?
He charged his phone. He's back on his phone or not? Well, like, let's not even try with this computer.
I know. I think we're gonna do
Essex girl, Andrea.
Yeah,
Essex girl. Oh, I know about the Essex girls. Trust
they're
me.
Basically Oompa Loompas, but shorter and more orange, right? And they're
I will not confirm or deny any of these comments.
Oh my god! All right. All right. Well, we'll do it again sometime. I don't want to be on stream. We got it. You're a Virgo. You got that Virgo Venus energy. We know. That's cool. All right. But everybody, thank you for being here. We'll do it again next week. I think that's fair.
I nearly died coming on.
Yeah, you were attacked by dogs, man. They were like, don't do it. He's only a boy. Yeah. All
Listen, if you guys want this show to continue, share it with your friends. Share it around. We got to have victims. I mean, friends to come on and talk with and look at their charts, okay? Because if we don't have people, what's the point in doing this show, right? So
yeah. And it's cool though, but like I really do hope F chatters we can read the first tweet, the astro natal chart of the first F chat message sent. So get us the information, Tawny and Sith Lord. Get us the information for the first F chat message sent, and we can read a chart based on, the life of F chat or the creation of the corporation. You know what I mean?
And
I don't
maybe
mean illegal, I
someday,
mean spiritual.
maybe someday we'll look at the globe trotting Astras.
Maybe. You might have a snowflake's chance in hell, but when hell freezes over. All right.